Hello everyone, Jose Fritzy here, back again with a tripod and with a deck review. Today we're looking at Jerry's Nuggets for reprint. And we'll be looking at the vintage finish here, the modern feel, the vintage feel, all the different colors, and the foil one as well. So let's check these out. Stay tuned for some more. Alright, so this is the Jerry's Nugget. There's a whole bunch of it. Of course, I never got the supposed owner's private reserve one. I would have liked to. It would have been nice if they sent it to me. I mean, I am the Jose 32 after all. But they didn't, which is fine. And I'm not going to overpay for it. There's no point. So, on the top here, we got the vintage feel ones and the foil one, and then the bottom is all the modern feel. These ones are all printed by Taiwan playing cards, and these are expert playing cards, I guess. And these are all printed by USB-C, or the expert playing cards, because they're the ones who produce these. So you get the red and blue. They just look like standard Jerry's Nuggets on the front with the back design. This one is embossed and foiled. Of course, I got a couple other ones will be in separate videos. And then onto the sides, it just says Jerry's Nugget. And in the backs, same as the front. With the seal, the stamp seals. These ones say the US Playing Card Company. And these ones say the Expert Playing Card Company. And this one does have no seal, actually. And you can see the embossed foil. And this one actually is numbered, and it says this deck is 903 out of 3250, made for Jose 32. Has my name on it, which is kind of cool. And the bottom says this luxury foil deck is a collaboration between Jerry's Nugget and Expert Playing Cards. It's the luxury foil. And these ones, they say that they're vintage feel, and they're carefully made using the JN finish to try and replicate the classic Jerry's Nugget feel as much as possible. And it doesn't really feel like it, in my opinion. And then these ones, they are modern feel, first edition. It says 2019. The coral and the teal, I believe those are the colors, and the red and the blue. So let's have a look. So we'll put this one aside for a moment. Let's look at these ones first. In the blue one, you get this, which is basically it's a blank face and kind of a blank back. It just has the design on it, the logo. It's kind of interesting. The Jokers, you get one in red. There's your back design. Nice colors. And then the other two are just standard, as you would expect. And then the Ace of Spades, live for in USA. There's a date on there, I guess, 10/19, October 2019. So that you know. And then everything else is going to be completely standard, as you would expect. So that's the blue one. I'm going to put all the top cases aside. So a couple of interesting additional cards. The red one. You get the same cards, as you can see. And everything else is going to be the same. You get to the teal one, and I'm going to put these ones aside as well. And again, you get the same card. And this one, though, you get a blank card with a green back, the coral black, or whatever it's called. No, teal, I guess it is. I think it's teal. On a blank instead of the different Joker. And then you get the standard Jokers. And everything else is the same. They're all standard faces, as you would expect. And then you get the coral one, I believe it is. And it's the same thing. You get that kind of a blank card, and then you get the actual blank card and the Jokers. And that's that. They are, of course, printed by USB-C. They feel like a USB-C deck, like a bicycle deck. More or less, a good quality stock and finish. I like it. Now I'm going to put these all away so that we can proceed with the other ones, because there's just a lot to look at here, of course. Excuse me. But that gives you an idea of what you get with these decks and the colors. And of course, the quality, which is, you know, good as you would expect. And, you know, I'd probably give all these decks just, you know, a solid A, because it is what it is. Of course, many people would simply prefer the originals, and I don't blame them. I do have one of the originals, so yeah, you can see a review of that on my channel. Let's look at the vintage feel ones next, in red and blue. They are, I will point out, much thinner in stock, as you can see, than the other ones, because they are thinner stock, and they got the big long flap. I should also point out the seals are also all off-centered on all the decks. In this one, you get the two jokers, and that is it. And it is, you know, just an embossed finish. It looks like the finish on most expert playing card company decks. There's the Ace of Spades. And actually, it has a VF for vintage feel. The other ones have an MF for, you know what it stands for. No extra bonus cards or anything like that. And you get the same thing with this one. In red. Wow. These ones, as you can see, it doesn't handle as good. They clump a little bit, I would say. It's a good enough stock and finish. It is, when you shuffle them, they are kind of stiff in comparison to the USPC ones. They also have a little bit of an odor to them that I'm noticing. But, yeah, so they're definitely a different stock and finish than the USPC ones. Definitely worth checking out, no doubt about it. I guess my, you know, rating, my grade would still be the same for this one. Put these aside, and we'll look at the foil one lastly, as I try to complete this massive review for you. The Gap deck and the King's Wild version will be along in a separate video alongside these ones. So this is the foil one. I will say I'm disappointed that they didn't release a red one alongside this. I think if you release the blue one, you gotta release the red one. They didn't, which is disappointing. And for some absurd reason, they had like stretch goals for like gold and silver versions, which just absolutely looked horrible. Anyway, you get the same long flap, no seal. Let's look at the cards. You get the same jokers, duh, and the same Ace of Spades. It says LF for luxury foil instead, and there it is, gilded. Not really gilded, I should say. It's not gilded. It's foiled in red and blue. I don't know why I'm saying gilded. And everything else is standard. There's nothing different about the faces. I will say there is definitely a noticeable difference from the one side to the other. One's smoother, one's rougher. That's more of a classic Jerry's Nugget finish to me. It handles okay. It's, you know, it's fine. And again, it's a little bit of a stiffer stock and finish than the bicycle ones, which are nice and soft. And overall, I'm going to say probably a B plus for this one, maybe. I don't know. I just felt like it was a little bit expensive for what it is. It's just a foil deck, kind of an unnecessary foil deck. Kind of wish they had released a red one alongside of it at the same time. But yeah, it's not bad. It just feels like an unnecessary add-on. And it was expensive for what it was. It was like $35 or whatever for for this. So that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. We'll stay tuned for the other reviews. And yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. See ya.